Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Claire. This is Desmond, he's my 9-month-old, but I also have a 2-year-old named Fox, and this channel is all about our adventures and the things I've learned and the things I continue to learn. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit the subscribe button and stick around for more. And in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 breastfeeding hacks that I have learned along the way. Okay, my first hack is something that I learned the hard way, and when I pump or nurse, I get really sleepy, especially at night, obviously, and that can be really dangerous if you have your baby on you. But if you're pumping, I found out it can also be dangerous too, because one night it was like 2 in the morning and I came downstairs to pump after I fed him, and I fell asleep with the pump on, and I stayed asleep for 57 minutes. It'd take about 10 minutes to drain out, and then I was just pumping nothing. So when I woke up, all of the blood vessels around my nipples had burst, and it was like super painful, and I like couldn't believe it. Like, it was awful. So the next night I downloaded an app called Hungry Shark, and I mean, it could be anything, a game, a book, whatever, but have something to do while you're nursing or pumping so that you don't fall asleep. Especially like if I'm nursing him in the middle of the night, I'm so scared that I'm gonna fall asleep and something's gonna happen. I mean, now he's like really huge, so it wouldn't be like as big of a fear, but when he was really small, I mean, that's terrifying and super dangerous. So I would just play my little game, and it's like a shark that goes around eating like fish in the ocean, and like it could be anything, but definitely have something like that to kind of like anchor your brain while you're doing that, because it is exhausting having a baby and you know, you don't want to fall asleep. The second thing that I recommend is heat. Now, I am not a huge producer, so every single little drop of milk counts and is important. And when I was here on maternity leave and my husband was home, I would take long hot showers right before I fed him, kind of like loosen everything up in there. But after I went back to work and after my husband went back to work and stuff, I used a heating pad. I would even like microwave a bottle of water and just put it on there. And I even have, this is a heating pad that's just rice, and actually shout out to my friend Summer because she made this for me and it's awesome. But you could even put like rice in a sock, and you just microwave it, and then I would put it like on my boobs, and it would just like loosen everything up. I found I definitely made, even when I was pumping, maybe like half an ounce more if there was heat on there while I was doing it. So definitely in the beginning when I was trying to establish supply and really empty them out, heat really made a difference. My next hack is a little bit weird, but I promise it works. So you might have heard that when you're pumping and you're away from your baby, that if you look at pictures or videos of your baby, it will encourage a good letdown, which is when like your milk comes down and comes out. And so I would do that at work while I was pumping, but I noticed at home that my letdown still wasn't super strong. So when I was nursing him, I would just take his hand and I'd just give it a little sniff, and I sniff his sweet little baby head, and I'll just rub his little hand on my cheek. And I noticed that my letdown would happen like super like strong and super fast. So just engaging those other senses while I was nursing him like really made a difference. Ladies, don't be afraid to go ahead and give your baby a sniff. My next hack is for any of you ladies who have babies that are really sleepy or lazy eaters. Now, Desmond was born 3 weeks early, so he was like basically asleep for like the first 6 weeks of his life, and getting him to eat was really kind of hard, and he wasn't gaining weight and he wasn't draining my breasts every time, so my supply was going down because the demand wasn't there. And oh, you're just talking, you just want all my attention. Here, eat some bacon. Well, my lactation consultant encouraged me before I fed him, I would take all of his clothes off and like tickle his feet and like really try to stimulate him. He would, instead of taking half an hour on each side, he would drain each side in 10 or 15 minutes. So I noticed my supply went up because it was, you know, my demand went up. You know, he was draining it, he was gaining weight faster, and that really, really worked for us. So if you have a lazy baby, you just gotta make them like a little bit stimulated, and that will like work a lot better. All right, my last hack is probably something you've heard, and that is the magic of power pumping. Now, everybody kind of has their own recipe for power pumping. It's when you have a period of pumping followed by a period of rest, and then you do that constantly for like an hour. So maybe 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off, 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off at the same time every day. What I found, the hack part of this, is if you can manage this, do that between like 2, 3, 4 a.m. if you can, because that is actually when your body is making the most milk. So that's kind of weird, but if you can get up, play your hungry shark and pump during those times, and you will see a huge increase in your supply. And also, if you're trying to stockpile a little bit for your freezer, that's a really good time to collect all of that. So power pumping, I would only do it like maybe 3 days in a row, and then I would be off the rest of the week. And anytime I noticed my supply started going down and needed a little boost, I would do some power pumping, but at that time frame is when I would get the most out of my power pumping. So that is something I would suggest. And all right, there you have it. Those are my 5 hacks. I'm sure there are dozens more. If you have a good one, leave it in the comments below so that anybody searching or watching this video can hear your hacks as well. Oh, he's so squirrely today. And actually, I have another video about breastfeeding. I will link it down below. It's everything that nobody told me about breastfeeding. So definitely check that out. I'll link it down in the description. Subscribe and like this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.